Well, good afternoon, curling fans, and welcome to the first game of the 2020 ATB Curling Classic here in Okotoks. We're excited to have the top 16 teams from Alberta men's playing here this weekend, and I'm lucky to be joined with 3 times Alberta Masters champion and 2-time Canadian champion, Mickey Pendergast. Welcome to the show, Mick.
Hey, Mike, glad to be here. Looking forward to it.
Well, we got a big game good today. We've got Team Thomas, Charlie Thomas versus Team Vavrek. A couple of young teams here, Mick. What do you think?
Well, these are great young teams. Both, trying to work their way up to be the next big team. So they're both a ton of talent here. World Junior champs, and should be great shot making.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Thomas on the scene. They haven't really played. This team lost the provincial final in 2012 in Camrose, and it's nice to see these 4 players back together this year. And Vavrek's been playing together for a few years. I know they have a new person to line up with Tyler this year, so lots of talent there as well, former Alberta champ. So
yeah, should be good. I know Charlie took a few years off the competitive side, I think, but it's a great lineup, so I'm looking forward to it.
Do that again.
So around the, we're lucky we got some top teams here in this event this weekend. We got, of course, Cooey and Botcher, and we'll be the favorites this weekend for sure. But I know there's some young teams we should be looking out for this weekend to watch. And
well, they all better be looking out for Hardy because he beat them all in Banff.
That's right.
Botcher twice and Cooey in the final, so they're no pushover, that's for sure.
Oh, and of course, I got Kyler Kleibrink on Team Hardy, last week's winner of the mixed doubles event here in Okotoks. So
yeah, he beat John Epping in the semi, so yeah, they're beating a lot of big names. So
they're ready to go.
Yeah, I think so.
And they train out here, being part of the Excel program here in Alberta. We're the Excel Training Center here in Okotoks, so they get to practice quite a bit here. So they should feel comfortable, which will only bode well for them. On the sheet next to us, we got Botcher versus O'Connor over there. And on sheet 3, you have Hardy. Hardy versus Johnson. So those are the 2 sheets next to us. And we will be giving you updates throughout the day on the other sheets and what's happening. This is Charlie's draw to the button for hammer.
That's close. You said 11. They were 11.
I think it's close, but I think he got it, but it's really close.
Is the thing down here? Okay.
Vavrek threw his. He's on the T line, but he over curls, so we'll have to see who gets hammer.
Well, we're joined with the regular production crew. We've got Juniper Gruno over there on camera, and then Dead-Eye Deb McLaren working the audio here. So if she doesn't like stuff we're saying, she's going to shut us off for sure, Mick. So she knows, though, she shuts us off, she's fired next time.
Is there a delay in case we say something inappropriate?
Unfortunately, there's no 10-second delay, so keep the swearing to a minimum because there's young children watching, I'm sure.
Right.
Before we get started, big thanks to ATB, our sponsor here. They sponsored the Banff Classic and the Okotoks Classic, so without them, definitely couldn't run an event like this. So I know the players and definitely appreciate it. And a big thanks to, of course, the Okotoks Curling Club and all our members. They are super excited to have such quality field here at their club and get them to enjoy the ice that they play on every day. And, of course, the town of Okotoks, great supporter of curling here in Okotoks. We've been lucky to host the Lady Scotties last year, and we have our Masters in 2015. So lots of big events coming here to Okotoks.
Yeah, it's the place to be. The rumor is that there's lots of championships coming to Alberta because we've been able to sort of navigate those COVID rules and get people on the ice and explain to Alberta Health Services how we have a safer sport, provided we do the cohorting and the physical distancing from your opponents and so on. That can actually be COVID safe and still be active. And Alberta seems to be a little bit ahead of the curve on that. That's why you're getting so much activity here. And in the spring, several of the championships I've heard, coming to Alberta. So a lot of confirmation still to happen, depending on the next wave or the next spike or whatever. But it's pretty exciting for Alberta.
Yeah, no, we've so some of the different things you're going to see out here. This is not a cohort tournament. They're cohort teams, so which means they're allowed to have 2 sleepers. They don't have to physical distance amongst each other, but they do have to physical distance from the other teams. So
right.
Some of the other things you're going to see different in the game that you haven't seen in the past might be sweeping behind the tee line. The opponents cannot come out and sweep any rocks behind the tee line. And the skips are not allowed to sweep rocks behind the tee line. So
Yeah, that's. I'm serving on the board of Curling Alberta this year, and it was some of the things that we had to do to make sure that we were pleasing them and keeping their standards sort of in place. So essentially, what it is that the non-throwing team has to relinquish the sheet to the throwing team. So you can't sweep a rock that gets ticked, for example, even if it's your own rock. You can't sweep, like you mentioned, behind the tee line. Those kinds of things just to maintain safety, so you're not like, wheezing and breathing heavy over an opponent's rock that he's going to, you put in his hand next end, and physically distancing them from your opponents. That way, nobody has to wear the masks. And the teams that are traveling together and rooming together have chosen to form a cohort, and that's up to them to do, provided they all understand that they're adding a little bit of risk to their life, and that means they're going to try and minimize the risk in other parts of their life so they can take advantage of the cohorting. So it's been deemed to be safer alternative by Alberta Health Services, and there's been really no issues, and there's been several events, so it's been
What was the speed like down
competitors
the
done a
middle?
great job of accommodating and managing to the new rules. So it's, we're pretty lucky. Really, a lot of events haven't been able to go off in other sports, and a lot of provinces, for whatever reason, weren't able to find a way to navigate it. And a lot of clubs and events have been shut down essentially. So we're pretty lucky here.
yeah, no, we're pretty fortunate. And as you can tell, we're getting off to a quick start here. Vavrek for the first rock in the ring, slipped a little behind the tee line, and then Thomas nose hit it. And then we saw a roll out by Vavrek, so instantly Charlie gets to go up there and throw up a corner guard.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of 5 rock is that now we have to play. When it was only 4 rock, Vavrek might have hit that, might have peeled that corner guard, might have another all hits boring end, but he's gonna have to throw the center guard to try and choke off that corner guard or draw a play to the middle, because he can't just go up and rip it. So thank God for 5 rock. I love it.
Yeah, I think we're just a tight half. Just a tight half right now. Line's good. Yeah, gotta go. Line's really good. Tight half. It's getting better. We're still just tight half.
So it's a common sort of a defense in 5 rock to try and minimize the effect of that corner guard. You want to draw a play to the middle, so it's essentially you want the center guard to be kind of like that is right there on that side of the center line. If it was the other side of the center line, it's almost like having 2 corners.
That's right.
So this way you're minimizing the ability to spread the play out into 2 areas. So that's the right place for it. If this rock doesn't get totally buried, then you have a nice short roll behind your center.
There.
But on this ice,
Hey,
I think everything's going to be totally buried. So maybe over buried.
Yeah, you better anticipate the curl. We're getting lots of swing out here, and the speed's been good. Seen that last week at the mixed doubles, and I forgot to tell you, one of the rules in commentating is the ice is always perfect when you're a commentator, just to let you know.
Yeah, I
Nick,
know.
but
I've known you long enough to know that that's
Did I grab
the
something,
only
do you
perfect
think,
is the
Charlie?
minimum acceptable standard. So I get it.
I don't know.
So that one seemed to surprise them. They just threw a corner guard in that path, and then the sweepers thought the weight was good there, and somehow they lost it. It sort of curled and died on them. So maybe still a little fresh pebble down the middle. Hard to say.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that spot for sure, but you can tell they're getting lots of curl out to the wing and to the middle. So.
Yeah, the ice is perfect, Mike. I know.
Line's
Thanks,
good.
Nick.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit.
Oh, it's the crew I have.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's
Ken.
good. Surround yourself with good people.
It's the
Little
key.
Ken. Hard. Top
We're going
12.
hard in this one.
Hard
Staying top
everything.
12. I don't know.
Got to go for weight here for sure. 16-7.
Yeah, he just fed it out there.
It's not a bad miss
he
though
fed it pretty wide.
when you're trying to steal or you want to force play to the middle. It's much better to be light. If that rock's back 8, that's terrible. That's useless. It's actually working against you. So it's not a terrible miss.
Yeah, you might see Charlie peel a couple of rocks here.
Yeah, even though that was a perfect shot
Might
by
jam there,
Tyler,
but
Charlie knows he doesn't like it. All reds, all in the middle. That's not a good place to be.
So JD Lind here, fresh. He's national coach for the Japan team. So you always see JD on TV with Fukuyama.
What the names? No, I know he's been there for
Good.
several years. Been to the Olympics several times. Won some medals with the Japanese team. So a very, very successful coaching career.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out on the ice. Obviously, maybe with COVID, he can't travel as much as he does normally. So gets a chance to regenerate his career.
Yeah, I guess we'll go curling again. Nice.
Just cross center on Brad's side.
nice to
Line's
see
tight.
the brothers playing back together again. I think it's been many years since that's been
Line's,
the case.
line's pretty good. Line will be good. Line's better now. Line's good. Line's pretty good.
Yeah, I got 3 guys on this team from southern Alberta and Vavrek's from up north.
Whoa.
So it might make it a little tough to practice, but this is, I think, their first event. I haven't seen them out yet this year.
I think you could be right.
I know that the Lautner brothers have been out here practicing a little bit. So they've been playing, throwing rocks. I just don't think they've had a chance to maybe play as a team yet.
Yeah, they're in the Banff or Airdrie, so it's always tough when you have someone from a remote setup like that. Get your team all together at the same time. It's a lot of extra work.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard. Oh.
They might have lost that one.
Good. It just curls there a bit. So.
Yeah, they're
Lots
just
of
getting used
weight,
to it.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
now that we know, yeah, like same speed, it's gonna bury.
Like same thing.
You love this?
Well,
Yeah.
and the rocks
I'll
were
tighten up the
recently
ice a little
enhanced
bit.
here a little bit to
Or give you the
How
these
same
players
speed?
yesterday.
Yesterday, that's pretty recent.
So I know that good teams like this, they want lots of curl.
Absolutely. Lots
They'll
of curl,
figure
lots
it
of
out.
finish, and they all put enough handle on the rock. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, they'll straighten it out as the weekend goes on here for sure.
I thought it was a
Center
better throw, though,
line.
guys. Easy.
Line's good. I like the throw. Clean. Yep.
Line's good. Line's good.
Hard line.
Line's really
Hard
good.
line. Hard.
Got 2
Hard.
feet of room in
Yep.
the hall hard
Hard.
line.
Hard. Hard.
It's not a bad spot for a red.
Shot.
Yeah, imagine Charlie's just going to come around everything now, though. You can't really hit it. See half of it. He might chase it.
Got half of that? Yeah. Forward. Okay. Can I just have a bit more there, Charlie?
Yeah, they recognize this spot will curl for them, so.
Yep. Yep.
On right away, but
Whoa. Whoa. Gonna go. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Whoa. You're not sticking around, I don't think. Shot.
It's a very nice throw. Stuck around over here in the wings.
Nice.
yeah, that should give him a chance for either a deuce or a blank, which are both good for Charlie. Happy with both of those
Like
results.
easy here.
One of the
Yeah.
things you might
First
notice
out
here
was
at
normal,
Okotoks is we're
get
starting on opposite
this kind of
sides
our
on
first
sheet
draw
2
here.
and
Yeah,
5,
it
you know,
should
just to
curl,
keep
so
some
yeah.
physical distancing out there. So you might notice some teams next to us that are throwing the other direction.
Yeah,
They're-
it's a bit confusing. The first end coming home, it's I have to do the math in my head. That
Yeah.
doesn't feel normal.
Trust me, I made many mistakes last weekend, and I'm here every day.
That's a fourth end. No, it can't be, but it must be. Anyways. Yeah, so the ends just going to want to stick around it here. Otherwise, Charlie's going to just go right around that corner guard. So
Yeah, you have to stick around here.
So Dalen's the son of a Mike Vavrek, who I played many times back in the day. Really, really good player. Played with
Lead.
Kurt Balderson.
Yep.
Been really close to winning the province a couple times.
Just clean. Yep. Hard.
Yeah, Vavrek was at men's provincials last year. He's been there a few times now, so.
Yeah, I don't remember the numbers, but I feel like he
Good
was
job. Very nice.
made the semis
brush,
or
man.
something about 3 years ago. I should have looked it up. I don't recall, but yeah, they made a really good run out a couple 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, lots of provincial experience on this team for sure. Both teams, really.
Yeah, well, especially in their junior careers. Charlie was what, 2-time world junior champ, I
Yeah.
believe. And, Brock used to play with Darren Moulding, right? Lost the Canadian junior final one year when he was just quite young. I remember him standing beside Darren, looking so small. Then moved to Saskatchewan a couple of years. Played out of the year. Went to the Brier in 2013. The
That's
year Brad
right.
Jacobs won it. So
Representing Saskatchewan.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to recognize him now with that beard.
Yep.
Looks a little different than he did when he was 16.
I had to
in
look
junior.
twice.
Hard.
Sticking around. Doesn't want to roll behind. Rolling behind that deep would just be trouble.
Same way
Make
you
it easier for
Yeah. Try.
easier
Go ahead
for
on the nose. Yeah.
Vavrek to just slop something in front of it
Yeah,
and
same
set
way.
up a deuce. So I'm not sure if he called a roll behind or
that
a roll
spot, eh?
open here.
Yeah.
That's one or the other.
Well, Vavrek's going to just try and hit and roll under here because he's trying to force Thomas right now. So anything under that corner guard would be real good for a force, for sure. Just a reminder, if you have any comments or anything out there on YouTube, definitely throw them in. We'll answer as many as we can. If you have any questions for Mickey, all his experience, definitely now's the time.
Yep. Clean. Whoa, clean. Yep, whoa, clean, whoa, whoa, clean, whoa. Whoa. Girl.
Real close.
Good toss.
Oh, good try. Well, now you'll see Charlie probably just run down there and peel this out and try and blank the end.
Yep.
Look at that. We have a question. Is Kennedy playing right now? Team Kennedy is playing right now. They are over on sheet 4. So they're just practicing right now. They will start here shortly, and we'll definitely give updates as the game goes on. And there you go. Lots of rock and play in the first end, but we got a blank.
Yeah. Had a couple chances. Couldn't quite make the come around perfect. Sure. Green tea.
You must be a celebrity around here, buddy. You're getting waited on hand and foot.
Oh,
I'm not doing it for you, just to let you know.
I wasn't expecting that, no.
You're welcome, even though you're a Flames fan. Wherever you are. Flames fan said thank you for the update, but
Flames fan asking about an Edmonton
I think
team.
we're there right now.
I know.
You don't have to go yet.
that may be somebody on the team that's
We're full house. Wait's good.
family.
We're late right now.
Team Glenn Kennedy is Brad Coco on it. Coco Aranis. And he's his grandmother's second favorite Brad in curling, she said.
Shot.
That's pretty good.
Brad Gushew's obviously her favorite, but
Might be Brad Jacobs.
Brad Gushew's her favorite, so maybe that's who's watching. Maybe it's Brad's grandma. Who knows? So we saw them go into the top 4, and Charlie's going to put up a corner guard right away. What do you think of this call, Mick?
Well, I think it's the right thing to do. First end, he hit that one back 8 foot. So he obviously had a plan to try and create a blank or a deuce. I didn't want to get mixed up too early, but you get a feel for the ice. The pebbles all worn off. These guys are good enough at runbacks and doubles that he's going to probably have a chance to use that corner guard eventually. But a lot of guys like that even end, score an even end if they can.
Yeah, control the scoreboard, for
And
sure.
in an 8-end game, you only get 3 or 4 hammers. You hate to waste them. So if you had a chance to set something up early, and then if it doesn't go his way, then we'll start smashing and try and clear it up. But see how the first 3 or 4 rocks, we'll try to get the angles in his favor and see if you can convert it into a deuce.
Yeah, when you can. Yeah, it'll get there.
So we were lucky to get Mickey out here to help commentate the first game. But Mickey, you actually have a responsibility here this weekend. You'll be coaching a young team here as well.
Yeah, I'm coaching your son, as you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Great. A bunch of young talent that are now they've aged out of the juniors because they sort of changed the rules there last year. So they're it's U20 now, not U21. So they kind of lost a year of eligibility. So now they're trying to put together a team and contend in men. So I'm really excited. A great bunch of great young talent and tons of enthusiasm, and they want to work hard and try and get better. So that's what they're doing out here. You don't learn from playing weaker teams than yourself. You only learn by playing stronger teams and figure out what they do different than you. So it's a great opportunity for them because with this COVID thing, as terrible as it is, means that
He was probably T-line.
a lot of these top teams that would be traveling,
Very heavy team.
Cooley and Boxer, those guys would be in slam events all fall here.
Yeah.
Now they're traveling Alberta tour, so these kids get a chance to get exposed to them and see that they're just human. They just work hard and get good at their game, and they have a chance to do the same thing. So
Yeah, you know what? It's one of the benefits of COVID is we get to
Yeah, I think we're a
have
little
teams
heavy.
like Cooley and Botcher and
Little
Hardy
heavy.
playing here at our club
Don't want
in
it
an
yet.
event because they can't
Really close
travel
to
to play in
pros.
the big
Weight's good, though.
slams. They're
Weight's good.
canceled till April.
Coming
So
down enough. Weight's good. Yep.
here at Okotoks, we like to take advantage of that, and I know the young teams are same situation. They're just taking advantage of being able to play against them as much
Yeah,
as they can.
exciting stuff. So
Well-
got some going this end. So the guard didn't quite curl enough. So
Nice shot.
so Thomas came around and made a little tap, kept the angles in his favor.
And we had a great come around there by Vavrek.
Yeah, he got just far enough. He was probably trying to freeze on the high side, but when it was going over curling, he kept it frozen on the other side, which is still good. The angle is great for red because that yellow goes by shot rock, so it's hard for Charlie to do anything here really
You got that?
offensive. So the angles aren't great. So he's probably going to try and do some damage here and open up
Yeah,
a path
well,
to get rid of 2 or 3
Looks like
rocks.
3/4 will be close
Try and
to
get
here,
that,
even a little thicker.
Either get that corner guard into play or else clear up the middle. So,
Yep.
so that yellow that's in top 8 now is probably dead. That's never going to score unless he just picks this clean or something. It looks like it's dead right now. Oh, just whizzed by it. So now red has a decision to make here.
Yeah, they're either going to throw up another center or
Yeah, Dalen will decide
Think
whether
it's
to
center
guard
guard.
that because the angles are good for him. To hit it now, it's a little early to hit in my opinion.
I like. Yeah. Well, I think you just guard the one you just threw. You want to play that out turn that we just threw?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's play the same turn. Good point by Carter.
Yeah, I think edge.
You know the path,
up a
you
bit
know the
more.
weight, you know how much it finishes. So you just exactly guard the one they just threw.
Like edge of 8, I think is what you want.
Then Thomas will have to deal with it. So
yeah, just going to try and guard that red kind of half and half there is probably the ideal shot.
Yeah, I like the
He'll
way
run
you
it
call
again, we assume.
Probably high half right now. Good.
I just want to stay on it.
We got it curled.
Yeah, smart. They're learning to hold it out there for a bit, and then it'll finish.
Line's good. Just half. Yep, pretty high. Hard.
Trying to drag this to get all the curl they can.
a little bit longer guard, but I think they're getting it there.
Does the job.
That's
Shot.
perfect.
Yeah, I don't think they got to worry about the curl. They'll get lots of late finish here. A lot of teams get stuck on got to get it curling early, but
No,
it'll finish.
Keep it straight early.
Yeah.
Yep. Come around, you're going to have to come back. They come up the guard by about 1.5 feet to be buried.
Whoa.
Looks like a better throw by JD here.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's quite different than his first one.
Good. Halfway. Yeah.
Yeah, JD definitely one of the most best
This will be
technical
up for you.
coaches that
I
I've
feel
known out
like
there for
50
sure.
feet.
So quite an advantage for Team Thomas to have a guy in that like that on their team for sure. Can help them out technically the whole time. And
Yeah, when you coach at the high level he coached, you can bring all kinds of stuff to the team. The technical for sweeping and mechanics and release, as well as probably a lot of team chemistry and those kinds of
Yep,
things that
hard
are
early.
just as important. So
Whoa if you're tight. Whoa if you're tight, guys. Line's good. Line's good for halfway. Just halfway. Whoa.
they
Line
got to
be
let
good.
this sit
Yeah,
maybe.
Clean. Whoa, off.
I'm afraid it's going to overcurl and be a little
Fine.
tight. The tighter it is,
Good.
the easier the run back is. But Vavrek definitely won the battle of the angles early this end. So he's now in the point where he's going to try and
Yeah. Well, I don't think he did much to you.
going to try and clean things up a little bit.
Yep, they just can't seem. They're gonna make this run back sometime here to get some rocks out of play.
Hard. Whoa.
Close
Some
here.
damage with this one.
Yep,
Shot.
I picked it clean.
beautiful shot.
Yeah, you got a couple tight little corners there too, so that changes things now for Vavrek.
Yeah, because even if he tries to rip the yellow, it's hard to keep the shooter, and then he'll just have might come around the corner. But they're gonna throw the center again. It looks
Throw the
like.
guard, yeah, and this has to be perfect. Because next thing you know, yellow's gonna be sitting too. So
So we saw in practice that we thought Vavrek was just not quite taking enough ice sometimes on his draw of the button. We got to keep an eye on that as the game goes on here.
as with the other turns, I made a little more finish of the one turn than the other. I'll have to see.
Good. Line's good. Just halfway. Line's good, guys. You can overcurl a little bit. Just halfway. Clean.
A big difference without that red one in there. This guard has to be just that much more,
Yeah, it's left.
centered. Otherwise, you show him half a rock, it could be a backline tap to sit too. So
Definitely a little more intense on
showed him
that
a
one.
piece.
And it's quite high, so they might be able to get to the nose here with back line, like you said.
Well, they're running out of time. They're going to have to make a decision pretty soon. It's on third last here, so.
Maybe the run back. Maybe that's a safer call. I think the run back. I think that bump's there, but. Okay.
Yeah, they decided the run back's a bit safer. If you miss, at least you open it up. Might give him a chance to make the guard that much better, though. So
Yes.
he's going to want to make contact back there.
Real close,
close.
real close.
Really well done.
Very nice. Well,
Yeah,
there you
right.
go. Yellow sitting shot, top button, and buried.
Yeah, or
Yeah, he's about half buried behind his shooter.
play this too, eh? I don't love that. Like, what about if you played hack tight to the guard? Like the intern? Outturn. Outturn?
I'm trying to think of
Hack
out turn
tight to
through the
guard,
hole,
trying to the two. Worst case,
or the quiet slash on the red.
he's still got a tough deuce, right? Like, I don't love this.
I guess he's going here if we just
Okay,
rack
but then
on the
the
guard.
two is open.
That's what I mean, yeah, then the double will be there. I don't hate it. I think it's easy, wasn't it? Like
Just the stuff. Okay, yeah.
it's quite a bit easier.
Like it's thinner than half to stick it right here,
Yeah.
right?
We just got to stick around the house and he's going to be hitting it, even if we spin up over here.
Yeah, I think it's either that or the half.
I like this.
Okay.
We'll try and hit thin half and
Yeah.
nut it with like the same weight I was throwing.
I think so. Yeah.
So what I was thinking, like here for nose.
Yeah, I like that.
So you heard a good explanation there, a good
Yeah.
rationale
No, I like
from
it
the
too.
from
I
the
like that.
team there. What they really want to get rid of that yellow, obviously.
Like just
They feel like the easiest way to sit two here is to hit whatever half to 2/3. Trying to avoid the chance for two. I still think Thomas is going to have something, though. No matter how well you hit this, he's going to have a come around tap or a double or something. So, but right now, Vavrek has to get rid of that yellow. So that's his first job.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
These are always a little thinner than they look. It looks like half rock. It's probably quite a bit less than half.
Clean. Just clean.
They seem to like it.
shot.
It made a good loss to shooter. So you got to get rid of the yellow, so job one's accomplished. But there's definitely room now. That rock's only just edge buried. So
A hack? Yeah, it's tough to get under, but we'll go for it. I think it'll be pretty worn. here.
Sorry, Mick had to step away there for a second. An important phone call, but
no worries.
I know
he's
you
looking
can
at
handle
that
it by
weight.
yourself.
Yeah, he made the little short run there and lost a shooter, so he's looking at a hack weight he's called here to try and just scrape by the guard and get under.
yeah, could turn this into a deuce. He makes this perfect.
Yeah, it's there. Definitely there.
Yeah. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Off and on. Must
Yeah,
be
close here.
Oh, he's decided to go open side, it looks
Oh,
like.
yeah, he's going to roll open now.
A little warm, maybe. That's about right.
Yeah. No. Look at the great camera work by our crew here. Like the split screen in the house and
Pretty impressive.
just perfect.
Pretty impressive stuff.
I get lots of compliments on the crew.
Yeah.
Not as much about the guest commentators, but you know what? Maybe this time it'll change.
Here, take what you get for what you pay.
Oh, that's right. We you were paying you exactly what we paid the last guy.
Yeah, exactly. Pay me twice as much
Yeah.
as you paid the last guy.
Clean, yep,
So
Important to stick here, I guess, but really want to try and make that roll.
clean, yep, yep, yep. Hard,
going hard for a roll.
hard, hard.
Real
Gotta go, gotta
close.
go, gotta go.
Hanging on.
I know what it looks like.
You can see half it behind that corner guard from my angle, so it's still. Yeah, it might still be biting, so he's playing it, so he must think there's a good chance it's a biter. You can see a thick half.
Yeah, we're sitting directly behind the sheet here, so well, this is not tight. Well, I guess we're going to find out if it's in or not.
Let's find it right away. It would be an interesting way to steal a point if it's a steal.
Oh, looks like they're saying it's out anyway.
Just did it for fun.
I guess so. There you go. First time you got a flash and it still worked out okay.
No damage.
We go in or guard?
What? Top four.
Yeah, yeah, they'll throw the guard.
Line's good.
Okay, so it looked like another blank there, Mick.
Yeah, there was a bit of a conversation here on leads first. It's pretty important how you set the end up. You're trying to decide whether you're going to go corner guard or in. But Charlie threw the corner guard last time they went top four, so they're expecting he's going to do it again. Be an odd end, he might not. But it's a good spot. It's above the tee line. Yeah, decided to throw the corner. He gets late enough in the game, and you know, every team takes it a little bit differently, but even ends are important when you get down to 6, 7, 8. But I mean, even if he gets a deuce here and he's up 2 after 3, he'll be happy. Up 2 anytime is good.
All there.
This is the 6th end. You might see him hit, but
Yeah.
who knows?
No, that's right.
Everyone approaches it differently.
Well, and they seem to get more and more comfortable with the ice every end here, so.
That'll help too. That one's way out there. That might not be real effective that far out.
Well, they seem to put the other one out there quite a lot too, but
Well, you got to be careful you're not blocking your draw on both sides, blocking your draw pass to the button, but you get it there too far and you don't have enough real estate to really get something buried and good above the tee line. So
Room. Room. Minus the finish. Test finish.
Tight half.
Yep.
doesn't look like this is going to get there for line.
Get over there.
Yeah, good sweep and good
That's
finish
right,
by
Beautiful.
Tyler. Yeah,
Beautiful.
got there, still covering over.
closer to the rock was sweeping away to try and get a little more curl. Whereas if you're trying to hold it straight, you would have switched to the other sweeper.
Yeah, it's important the angle you're taking too. The side of the rock is obviously important, but he's got to sweep at about a 30-degree angle, and ideally on the leading edge of the rock, as opposed to the high side. So you sort of drag the rock towards
Clean only.
the spot you're polishing.
Perfect. Nice shot.
Great throw.
Nice weight, nice touch.
Come on, go ahead. Good shot.
Nobody can sweep that, right? You can't sweep your
That's-
opposition stones,
that's correct.
and the guy can't sweep his own stone because it's not his field of play
Top
yet.
eight.
So
There's one of the changes you see for sure that unfortunately Vavrek had to sit, or Thomas had to sit back and watch that rock just stop back 12. So
they might like it there, though. If it's me, I like it there.
I know, I
That's-
played with you
that's in-
lots,
It's in
Mick.
the way. That's in the way for the.
drove me crazy.
Yeah, I think you still got that 15.
He doesn't want that gone yet. That's still a nice little catcher back there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the day we first time played with you in the play downs, and there's this rock trickling out the back, and I'm hollering at you to sweep, and and you're like, why?
I like
I like them around the 12
Yeah,
foot.
the catcher back there.
Okay.
Make their shots a little harder.
Line's good.
I think we scored a couple that in, so I never questioned it again.
Line's good.
Playing the freeze, trying to again win that angles game early if you can. Looks good. As long as it doesn't bounce off, it's nice. Really good. So now Charlie's going to have to do something with that freeze or freeze tap. Because once again,
angles are
Vavrek has set up
perfect.
the angles in his favor, which is really what this first 3, 4, 5 rocks are all about, is establishing a situation where you've got good circumstances to score or to force, depending on where you're throwing hammer or not. So it's all like building a territorial advantage more than worrying about who's got shot rock.
Yeah, really gotta go. Really
It's
gotta
my
go.
rack here.
Yeah, gotta go hard.
I don't think you got that one all the way out there. The weight looks okay. Yeah, it would have been close for a weight.
Yeah.
Throw a guard, and Charlie might, switch gears and just come around everything and sit 2 in the 4
Yeah, you
foot.
definitely
So
play the out. Round the nose. No wait.
Yeah, I like this call. I think they got to play the hit here, sit 3.
yeah, if you hit it right, it's right in the nose. The back one should squirt behind that red guard,
Yeah.
which I think is his plan to try and minimize the chances for a double and roll. You don't leave Charlie a double and roll behind.
Hey, a little big. Yep, a little big.
On right away, might have been a little tight.
Gotta go, buddy. Hard. Keep it on that center. Hard.
Made that with a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Made
Worked
it
out
good.
not bad.
Yeah, made it good.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Good
got-
sweeping.
Get just a hair low on it, so it squirted a little too far, but Charlie's definitely got to deal with something. He's got lots of building blocks. He's got a couple deep reds. He's got 3 guards. So I think it depends here who's executing. There's no steel setup, but there's a good force setup. But Charlie also has some stuff to work with, right?
Yeah, you'll see a little hit and roll behind the corner, I suspect, here.
I think he'd probably.
Might even be
It's
able to
tough
make
to
the
roll
double.
behind the yellow. The double's really tough unless you're talking about the back one, but still gonna
Yeah.
leave that back one in there for a
Yeah,
while.
trying to get that. I
I-
know
I
you'd
think-
keep it back there.
I
He's
think-
going to play a double, Mick. Let's see.
With all those rocks in play, though, I think a blank's going to be. I mean, you might still get that chance, but Vavrek will have lots of chances to get something buried somewhere and get you forced. So
Yeah, I agree.
the nose double, he just noses you and you're sitting 2. The force is still in play. I just don't see that as an aggressive situation this early in the end.
Yeah, key to go for the roll, and then if you make the double, great.
Get the roll, get the roll, get the roll.
He's trying. Yeah, you sort of got neither out of that. But now.
You're probably keeping the weight up a little bit in case you do touch that red to help kill the yellow still.
Yeah, but he's got to navigate past that back red, which means now it's going to open up one of the paths for Charlie. So we'll see what he does.
Yep.
He's trying to hit it just high side, I think.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
It's pretty close here.
Yeah, so he missed the back one, but now he's sitting 2. Just going to be sitting 2 after this.
Sitting 2, yep. And you're probably right. He was too worried about that back one that he ended up rolling out.
That's right. So now he's got a choice: hit and roll, draw, something like that. Probably hit and roll might still keep the blank alive now. And if he makes a good roll, he's in good shape behind the rock. That's a bit off center. So
Control up.
It's a little deep though. If he makes this really good,
Might see a freeze.
you might just find Vavrek making the freeze and trying to force you. Or maybe even steal, because it's hard to draw the button. Where that yellow rock is, you can't really draw the button. So
No. Whoa. Matt. Whoa. Close. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. No.
it's close.
Really close. Really close. Shot.
Oh,
Not
good
quite
try.
enough. Getting higher in the rings now rolls that much more advantageous, because it's going to be, now if he rolls behind, he's like a full rock with in front of the tee line.
Like board. Yeah, I like
So the last time
control.
I've seen Charlie Thomas playing lots was the year he was sparing for Brad Guzhu when Guzhu was out. Charlie was sparing for the team, and I actually think they won a slam without Brad playing. Mark
Was
Nichol
Nichols throwing last?
was calling the game throwing last, and Charlie was playing third.
Did they win that one, or did they? I can't remember. I remember that happening.
They
I can't
did
remember
win
the
one
results.
that year, but they played here in Okotoks. I know Charlie played for them here in Okotoks. They didn't win that one. Nicholas Adine won, but that year they did win one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it's a pretty good team.
Yeah,
without Brad.
even without, one of the best players ever. So
Still
maybe Brad's at home watching the live stream because Charlie's playing.
I'm sure he's a big fan. A little cautious on both of those line calls to make sure you don't jump on that guard, but
Clean. Yep.
No. Weight should be good.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
nice and
Yep.
polished here now.
Whoa. Whoa.
No surprises. Nicer weight on this one.
Looks pretty close.
They'll navigate that one in the back though there, hey Mike?
Yeah, like my second one. Yeah.
See, you looked at it again.
Control kinda, yeah.
I don't think the back one's in play. Can't see enough of that yellow this time.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do anything crazy. No.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll see the
Like I was
weight.
pretty through with my first one, and it tracked pretty straight.
I
right?
think if you get close to hitting that back one, you're going to rub that top red. So
It's close. He's trying to play to roll behind the yellow anyway, so
It's the same kind of way.
hit it high, so keep the force in play.
Easy control.
If he makes it really good though, again, you're going to probably see Charlie try and figure out a deuce, because the blank will be gone if he makes this properly. So he'll figure out something, come around, or some other way to set up a deuce.
So I am going to put you on the spot after this end. So you're going to have to do the around the sheets update. So
I know.
just to let you know,
Don't screw that
prepare.
was in my
You can
contract.
you can prepare for that right now.
Clean.
Still early. Still playing the first end.
Hard.
I think I got a good one
Hard.
here.
Off.
Nice shot.
Yeah, very
That's a
nice.
good roll.
The freeze? I think
Listen to what they say.
Yeah,
What's that?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a guess as far as weight goes, hey?
You heard him say kind of a guess, right?
Isn't that what you just said?
Probably heard me.
Yeah.
He's mic'd up out there. He might chase it with the intern. The way this ice finishes, he can get to that with back ring. It might
Oh,
be an
yeah.
easier shot than a dead freeze and get. If you don't get shot rocker, that
think
freeze
that's
is
the call.
it's not worth throwing. It's a great result if you make it.
Some curl here.
You're behind
Okay,
your
I think
color,
speed-wise, we're
corner
pretty
frozen, touching the
same puck
4 foot.
guys, what-
But there's one good spot for this rock. Nowhere to make.
Doesn't look like a lot.
I think
No.
so.
And this was the spot they played a lot of hits on that seemed to jump on them. So, but maybe he's going to throw it to his sweepers, let them hold it.
They're just on the tee, yeah. Honestly doesn't matter. It's more just like get behind that yellow guard. Like 14 and a half.
They're saying 14-5. I was a little keener than that for draw to the button, but it should be close.
So let's get a time on it here. My trusty stopwatch that always says 15.
Yep. Yellow
But
line.
it's just this watch. I don't know.
Yellow line. Yep.
Got to
Hard
go
line.
hard line like you said here, Mick. Looks pretty close. Got to go real hard
Looks
line.
light.
1575 here.
Bounce off if you can.
They're in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
this is gonna be hard to score. Even
if you could come
if
here,
Dalen doesn't
right?
throw, it's not easy to score.
buried.
Navigate
Yeah,
that
maybe
hole and
that's
stop
the
into
shot,
4-foot,
It is
or
like-
go way
I don't
out
know if you
wide
wanna
and stop
leave him
into
this,
4-foot. They're both hard.
Like both are gonna be tough. If you come here, he's going it really wide. Like if I'm him, I would rather have the hole,
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure. You just played it.
Yeah.
Come
So
to this
I think
one.
that's the shot you gotta stop.
Okay. Yeah, this is perfect right here. Right?
Yeah.
Even right to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even just like full 12.
Full 12. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
is what he had.
I don't even mind going
think he
right
was
down
just
to
like-
it
I think
here.
he squared it a
You can
little
get it in there, but you're right. Block that hole.
Nice though, I think. I
Make
like
them
that
go way out into some fresh stuff.
there.
Like I think we could finish it if we have to.
Yeah,
right?
I think for me, I think you leave him a harder shot if you're top 8 half buried. I think it's a harder shot for him than if you go all the way down to that red. He can follow you with sort of heavy tee line and sort of bounce off it or something. I think it's a much more effective shot. If you're top 8 foot half buried, he has nothing through the hole. He's gonna have to go way out here, edge of the 12-foot wide around everything. Hard to hit the rings. It'd be that much heavier. It's a spot they didn't even play in practice. So even if he's 3 feet short in the middle of that hole, I think Charlie's got a tough situation.
Big shot here. Really put the pressure on. What a good one.
Took a little
Line's
off.
good.
Felt like fake.
Lead. Line's going tight. Looks there.
Yeah, they're gonna go for line here too. I
Line for
think.
line. Line's good.
Looks there.
Line's good. Line's really good. Where are you?
Whoa.
Okay, curl up
Line's
your tee.
perfect.
Line, it's gonna bury.
Yep.
Looks real close. Almost lost it there.
I
Barely
mean, it's
got ball.
fine. That's a really funky spot.
See where that got to. It didn't really change it. It didn't change Charlie's shot by getting over there.
No.
It's not an easy shot, but he didn't change. It didn't make the shot any harder. So they agreed before he threw that the shot that Charlie probably wants, play the same path, the same everything he just threw. But their shot didn't change it. But I don't think he could draw a top 8 foot there. He's got top 8 foot weight. And it's over curled by 1.5 feet. So I don't think he could have blocked it off unless you throw it short.
Yeah, it's tough with that red in the way.
Yeah, so that was like 14.5 is the number, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. 14.5 is his number, is what he wants to throw. Like you said, he could rub off those reds and stick around for shots still.
It's getting through the hole. When an ice that finishes this hard, if you're 3 or 4 feet light or 3 or 4 feet heavy, you don't get through the hole. So this is a all or nothing.
Line's good.
Hang it a little further out than the Dalen's was.
Got room.
I think it'll come here though,
Got a
unless
curl.
it's heavy.
If he's a foot heavy, though, it won't get there.
Really got a curl.
Yeah, that was
Steal at
13.
least 3, maybe 4.
Serious, do you need my cheat sheet here? Or?
Yeah, if you got something written down, I can't see that far.
Okay, never mind. I'll do it, Nick. On sheet 1, after 2 ends of play, we've got Brendan Botcher 4 and Sean O'Connor no score. Of course, on our feature sheet after that end, we now have Vavrek at 4, Thomas no score. And on sheet 3, right next to us, it looks like we have Team Johnson 1
Line's
after
good.
2 ends, up 1-0.
Line's good.
And then the only other update is over on sheet 5. We've got Team Cooey against Hodgins, and Team Cooey's up 4-0 over there on sheet 5.
Took a big 4 ball in the first end. So 4-0, 4-0, 4. 3 of the sheets are 4-0. That's you don't see that every day.
We'll give you some more updates when they come. Got a veteran team over there on sheet 6. Jamie King's over there on sheet 6, playing a young Evan Van Amsterdam.
Halfway.
And it looks like King has scored 2 in the first end to go up 2-0.
Line's fine.
Anthony coming
No
down.
score yet in Appleman Street.
Appleman Kennedy. Well, that one's the one I can never see. So
What's that?
looks like it's 2-0 for Appleman
Yeah, because that's it, too wide.
after one end of play. So if you're wondering on Curling Zone why the scores don't really match up, we are on top of them end by end, but we did have a staggered start, so 15 minutes difference of start times. And that's why they're not exactly at the same pace.
Still not going to be there.
So 4-0 is not insurmountable in 5 Rock. You're going to see Charlie do his best to use the 5 Rock rule. Obviously, Vavrek's going to try and plug up the middle, try and keep playing the middle. Charlie's going to throw a couple corners up and try and go hard on it. We saw in the final of Banff a couple of weeks ago, Cooey get up 4-0 on Hardy and never scored again.
That's right, yeah.
4. So
quite a battle back there.
If you just keep making your shots and plug away, you get a deuce, forced deuce. It's a 1-point game. So it's only 8 ends. You don't have that much time, but with 5 Rock, you have a chance.
Yeah, there's at least half the game to go here, so.
It's a fairly typical start when one team gets ahead like this. You end up with 2 corners of one color, the team is behind, and 3 rocks in the middle of the other color, and then you start moving stuff around. So you have to play sort of an offensive style of defense. And it's all about rock positioning, more about than getting rid of rocks this early in the end. So your rocks have to position properly. And Charlie looks at all these rocks right now as his friends, regardless of where they are, what color they are. They're all his friends because they're all building blocks this early in the end. So he'll be working hard to get rid of these rocks, move, hit and roll, bump them around, something to try and create a situation where you can get a multiple score with hammer. Like I say, this is the 4th inning. You don't have a lot of time to come back, so you really need a multiple here.
Yeah, so there you go, center guard.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's
Grouping them
a
in the
full
middle.
rock with off center, and those rocks are, one of them at least is a little deep. So I think you'll see Charlie just keep that top guard, that red one, and bump this around, try to build a pocket, something like that. Because a rock that's top 8 foot can be a little bit of a threat. But if you could tap that back and sit in front of the other one, then it's going to be, then Vavrek will have a decision to make. Are we going to start peeling and running and give him 2, essentially? Or are we going to try and keep just choking down the front on the center?
Yeah, and with this much curl, like you said, top 8 can actually be a guard out there sometimes.
Yeah, so this one over curled.
Okay.
Good, I don't know.
JD's had a couple over curl. I wonder if it's him or if it's that rock. That first rock is over curled at least 3 times on him. So that one might have been a hair light. He wanted back 8.
Tight
I
guard.
guess. I mean,
But it's almost too late because of 5 rock again. It's almost too late now for Vavrek to peel. He's up 4-0. He'll have nothing better
And
than
he
a
can't
clean sheet
peel.
ice.
Yeah, no.
But he could peel. It's inside the 5 rock now, but there's 4 guards. You get rid of 2, you still got 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, wouldn't mind a
and
little
there's not even
more.
easy double peels out there.
The
So,
best defense is a good offense.
yeah, we played a game the other night in league. We were up 6-0, and all 8 of our rocks were in play.
Well,
The guy
That's,
was throw his last one.
isn't that Monday Night Open League or what is that,
Yeah,
Mick?
it
Like,
was
come on, we're
Monday
not
night.
talking
And
the same kind of
And
level
he had a
here.
double
But
for 4.
I know you were playing, Mick, but
On its own. We're going to have to finish.
But here we are with the first 7 rocks are going to all be in play in a 4-0 game. So
there you go.
it's a way more entertaining.
Mine's good. Mine's good.
And
We're
it's
higher.
Thomas is not out of this game. That's a good guard. That's a better position than the last one. He can't really get at that top 8 foot rock with any kind of tapping weight. So you might see him try and nose that or make some sort of a double peel. Because the come around tap now is really hard.
Good outcome.
Yeah, it's tough to get the rocks moved with any kind of weight, so you're going to see a double peel. You might even see it redirect back into the house.
Yep.
So again, this early in the end, he didn't win the battle of the angles here, and so he has to clean it up. He's still got lots of guards to work with, so now it's open. And
Still
Vavrek's
got-
gonna have to keep making good guards.
I guess if they're peeling, it's a good thing. Yeah, just tight. I don't want to be super high here.
I'd like a little more ice.
Speed still the same though?
So you heard Carter say he wants to swing tight, mostly because the ice is so swingy. Even though it's tight, it might make it a little easier for Charlie to play a run back. If it's long, it's more dangerous. You come around back 8, tap, you get something second shot buried. That's much worse. So if the guys who are down 4 is playing run backs and peels, then you're doing your job.
Just halfway. Halfway.
Pretty happy with this. Looks like it's going to stay just halfway.
It's a good spot.
It's over curling a little bit. Not bad.
Not bad at all. No. Well, they're guarding the one top 8, which is probably the better rock for them right now. So.
Yeah, so Charlie's going to try and get rid of this one on the forefeit. He might be able to roll and hang around for shot behind that yellow corner guard or close to it, but it has to be perfect. If he's on shot rock here, then you can just see Dalen just guard that up.
Clean. Got a curl. Clean. Clean. Close, yep. No, line. Hard line. It's fine.
Well, you can see a little bit. That was close.
Yeah, you can see 2/3 of that, something like
Probably
that.
did have to sweep it a little. Tough call.
Yeah, make him throw a shot he hasn't thrown yet, so.
Got to
Nice
go
forward
here a
weight.
little bit. Got to go here to get this by. Good sweeping so far by Tyler. Great sweeping to hold that.
No roll.
Yeah, well done.
Very nice.
So Charlie played the one he could see half of last time, and now he's got to deal with the buried one. So he really had to make that one perfect. There's nowhere to miss that. So.
This way. Probably like hack. I think.
That's a tough hack weight shot.
Yeah, well, we know they'll swing in there. Just got to be perfect here for sure.
Yeah, from the hack, that rock is exactly buried, and the guard is what, just inside halfway.
So they think they can get to this with hack weight. Well, I know the ice is perfect, so they got a shot.
Hard line. Yep.
We'll see.
Definitely playing it tight here. Nothing wrong with rubbing off it, maybe trickling in behind the corner.
Yeah, you can never miss this rock wide and heavy.
No. Close here.
It's about as good as you can throw it, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, she's not shocked, but it's in a really good spot.
Very nice spot for a yellow, that's for sure.
Still about 1/3 to a half buried, so he can't really kill it without jamming it.
It's a pretty good shot.
And shot rock's wide open now, so about best you could do.
Picking it? Hey, we're shot rock.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Shot, but it's completely open between the hole and the left-hand side.
No, yeah. Vavrek can't take away everything. If he guards the short run back, he'll have the hole. If he guards the hole, he'll have the short run back and maybe sit 2 buried.
Or you can feel the center. He's not getting any more.
He gets smashed. We would have said, you know what? Foursome's ideal. Give him 2, it's not the end of the world. You just can't give up 3. If you happen to jam this onto the shot rock, now you're looking at 3. He's wrapping another one around, you're looking at 3. Play the run back, even if you miss it, it's never more than 2. And it probably leaves you a double, because he's got to deal with shot rock.
Exactly.
So So I prefer the run here if it's me. But if he makes this perfect, he is in great shape. But he's already up 4-0. That's pretty good shape.
Lead. Lead. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Lead. Yep. Whoa. Lead. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Close.
Tyler. Tyler.
I gotta go to make a curl here.
Hard.
Nice
Hard,
weight.
hard, hard,
Nice
hard.
weight. Might have got it there.
Wow.
Yeah, perfect. Great
What a
shot.
great throw.
Good shot.
Beautiful touch. Hit it just 6 inches through the house.
And of course they couldn't sweep it, so it went through. It was that the weight was that good.
So that's a great result. That's why he played that shot. But it had to be perfect. Well done. So Charlie's going to play this hit and roll on the wider one. But no matter how good he makes it, Dalen's going to have that little tap. So
Yeah, and they know the line
great
for
result.
sure.
Yeah. Beautiful shot.
Almost got to roll half open on the right
Yeah,
side
you
of the
gotta
rock.
go by and bite the center line. So you
Yeah.
can show him a piece with the outer. Not too big of a piece because he'll just pick it. But yeah, you can't just roll behind the long corner guard. That makes the tap that much easier.
Well, step. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
This one's gone.
Okay.
Didn't really see if he was tight or light there, but that was not a good
Yeah,
result.
tap or like fuck. You go here, man.
It'd be hard to
Yeah,
score.
I guess. Hey, that might be easier. Easier and a better outcome.
Yeah, if he just
He's
throws
sort
the
of
out turn, they
tap
just
or
throw him
something.
several times this end.
Yeah, tap. Tap. You got to be on the button for him not to have a shot,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You just allow it to finish.
This is what I was given for
Yeah.
those guards, so I think
Yeah, I think that's good ice, man.
anywhere from here to here is good, eh?
Yeah, pretty much guarding the two really tight.
There you go. Trying to guard the 2 rock, and then the reason is because if they nose hit the double on the red, then the back red will be shot. But might
Tight
have to
guard.
play a triple to actually score here after this.
Yeah, if this is a biter, you won't even have that because you lose the shooter. Because that's probably what, a thick half to make that double, 2/3, something like that. So if there was big weight, the shooter's gone too.
Little light.
Okay.
Little light and a little tight.
Little tight and
Line's
light's not
okay.
usually good, but
Just a guard though,
Line's
mostly a
fine.
line shot. Ideally, you're
Line's fine,
tight. It
we're
tightens up that hole, but
Okay.
Line's
Line's
good.
good. It's got to
Halfway
curl up
for
your
sure.
high. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
looks really close.
yeah, looks perfect.
Just a hair longer than he wanted it, but the line's perfect and it does the job.
Good judge by the front end there.
Hard for Charlie to score.
I think it's there.
Yeah,
He's wondering if there's a blank available. If there's a bomb at that rock top 8,
Yeah, the triple's
get
there.
the blank.
Ice right on the center line.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a triple. They got a blank. Only other shots like nothing.
I guess this is your shot then, Charlie.
Yeah, it's hard for him to get shot rock any other way except for playing some sort of an angle run back. This
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Got a curl. Got a curl. Got a curl.
a little thin. See what it does.
Okay.
Got rid of 2 of them. It was so close to the triple.
6-2. So you were right, Mick. It was 6 point something.
That's about right.
Just had to hit her a little thicker.
Yeah, just half an inch wide. So 5-zip.
Yeah, no matter how much curl you have, it's probably not curling up with that kind of weight.
6 seconds. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, do we have some more updates around the sheets here, Mick? What do we got going on out there? Looks like on sheet 1, Botcher is up 4-1 on O'Connor after 3 ends of play.
Yeah, he forced O'Connor in the third, so he's up 3 with Hammer, which is usually pretty good.
Johnson still up 1-0, playing the third end over there on Hardy. Both those teams were at men's provincials last year, so that'll be a good battle.
Get it halfway.
And then Appleman is up 2-0 on Kennedy over on sheet 4. And then, of course, we did update, looks like on sheet 5 that Hodgson has scored 1, so now scores 4-1 on sheet 5 with Cooey and Hodgson.
Yeah, he's up 3 with playing the third. And I can't quite see the scoreboard on 6. So.
And right now, it looks like King is still up 2-0. We didn't get a result
Oh,
on the
no,
lesson.
he forced him
2-1.
in. It's 2-1. He's up 1 with playing 3.
So it looks like King is up 2-1 on Van Amsterdam over on sheet 6.
Looks like Botcher's got a draw for 2 here, so he's going to make it 6-1.
I don't know if I should ask, but did he make it?
I can't tell who shot, though. He made the draw.
Oh, no
It
surprise
was hard
there.
to tell who was second shot. So Vavrek, I'm sure, wanted that one in the rings. He ended up with the center guard, so make it a little more interesting if this one's not perfect. We can't afford any more misses. We're going to have to make 8 in a row, a couple ends in a row here to get back in this game.
Yeah, they're looking a little rusty out there, but
How much? Good.
I think it's Thomas's first event of the year too, is it? Were they in Airdrie, Mick? I wasn't
Nope.
there.
Oh, we're by.
Pretty
And
sure it's their first.
they weren't in Banff, were they?
Nope.
Yeah, so it's their first event. So both these teams look. That one, Mick,
That's about right.
hasn't changed. And look, he's in trouble again. So, well, the pressure's on again. They're making those first few shots perfect. And
Yeah, play a freeze here, and there'll be one more draw shot. It's still too early, unless this kicks open or something. There'll be the first 6 rocks in play again. So Charlie's just got to do a little bit better job of getting those angles on right on especially on JD's rocks. He's been having trouble getting JD's first one to
Line's okay. Line's
give him any help.
Line's perfect. Little tap. Oh.
Sometimes those freezes that are a foot heavy tap off, and it's death.
yeah, it's close.
This is just, I think it's
Just
just
an
good
edge
enough.
under. Might be able to get to it. The right weight.
Yeah, he won't bother. I don't think it's early in the end.
Top 8.
Top 8. There you go. He's going to lock it right on the
Some of the
nose.
front end said you could peel the center. It's not a bad thought up 5-0. Then Charlie just probably goes behind the corner and tries to build something over there. So they're going to keep the pressure on. Try and own the top of the rings.
I like the call. They're really feeling it right now. So
Yeah.
let's ride the momentum.
Weight's not bad. Little light. Close. Like to go hair. Not quite there. Yep. Yeah, gotta go. Line's good. Gotta go. Line's good. Top 12.
Looks like they're
Line
saying
looks
Tyler
really
might be a
good.
little light. But it seems like it's sliding.
15-25.
Should be in their paint somewhere. Really good angle.
Looks
Great sweep.
perfect.
And he went hard on that one. You should
Well,
give him
Brad's
some
been around the
credit.
game a while. He can go when he has to.
He earned his keep on that one. Coast to coast and got it just there. But
Brad,
again, they got good angles on it. So
Brad, a former teammate of Darren Moulding over there, third for Team Botcher. So he's been around for a few years. I seen Brad at provincials back in 2011 in High River with Dan Petrick. So
interesting. There's a name from the past.
yeah, I'm sure Dan's watching. No, he's not. Yeah,
Pretty good spot to hit that red one too. Like that's not a bad situation. Like that's hittable, that one there, but that changed the situation before. If ever he decided to start smashing, the yellow was going by the red. Now it's going right at it. So it does change how you figure out the rest of this end by bumping it where he did.
you can get to the inside here. Looking like board weight. Maybe if they can even bump that yellow out you were talking about. Change that angle
It's
again.
almost wide open, so I think he's probably going to throw like a control or whatever they call that, easy.
Oh, we know there's tons of different calls. This has something to do with eggs, is what we found out in Banff. Over easy, over hard. Who knows?
Oh, he's fine.
One
here.
lady said scrambled is what she uses for peel.
Nice.
And we said something else about a weight one time. We got trolled. I didn't even know what that was at Banff. Till I do now, but I guess we got trolled in Banff. Do you know what that did? No. I'll teach you later. Or I'll get one of these younger people here to teach you.
I wonder what weight he's playing here. Is he trying to kill that or just bounce it back?
I think he's trying to play double and roll under.
Big hack.
Big hack, they're saying.
Big hack, so that'd be forward. Looks pretty good here, though.
Big hack.
Maybe just trying to roll under.
I guess what he
Behind
called
the
was a
corner.
roll under, yeah.
Roll under center, but I didn't mind the actual board weight there and roll under the corner, that situation. But
His nose is pretty good, no?
Yeah, nose or just a hair roll, I think.
No, I don't. I think we want to leave it right there.
Yeah, nose is pretty good here for Vavrek. Charlie's going to have to do something with it, and he might start looking about freezing the shot rock or something if this is in the way, because you're running out of ways to make some room to score.
well, Mick, I know we got 2 viewers out there. My mom sent me a text, said there was no sound at some point, but I think she just got to turn up her TV. And I know your wife is probably watching, so we know we at least have 2 people watching.
Well, we know my wife's watching. If there's a curling game on, she's watching.
There you go. Well, we'll throw a hi out to Deb anyway. I know she's watching. Thanks for letting Mickey come out early.
Be home at midnight, honey.
Yeah.
We'll have to coach after this.
Well, midnight's better than what it used to be. I'm surprised. She's probably like, wow, that's early.
I'm getting older, Mike. Slowing down a bit. So now he's going to, like I said, he's going to go after shot rock. He's got to deal with that shot rock at some point. He's got 4 rocks left. He's got a second shot buried, hard to kill. So if he can get something angled onto here properly.
Could be
might
3
have a
in
deuce
play.
building. Yeah, maybe 3, but depends. Doesn't have a lot of real estate.
Little tight for line.
I don't know if you took it
Oh,
on ice myself.
we got 2 more. Barry and Brenda Crow are at home watching on their TV because they, she said she was going to watch every game. That's the treasure here in Okotoks.
He just didn't have enough ice. He took just like 2 inches outside the 8 foot. I think you probably needed.
So shout out
At
to
least
Brenda
middle
and Barry sitting at home watching. Barry's healing up from shoulder surgery. Yeah, they can hold it out there for a while and then you rub off that yellow and just stay guarding possibly as well, but
Okay, just like a tight.
They're trying
You
to
like
guard
this
the
turn?
the shot rock, the back of the 4.
Yeah, they're afraid of that double. They talked about making some sort of a double off their
like I
own
think Edge
to
is
kill
12.
second shot. But like Carter said, that would just give him Charlie that out turn path down the shot rock. It's
Okay.
behind T line, which is always bad. So Vavrek looked at trying to get rid of the second shot by coming off his own, but that just opens up that path. So they've gone with the swarming defense again.
Yeah, hard early. Hard early.
Here you go. They're going hard early to hold it out there.
Just over and off.
Looks a little light here,
over,
so they
guys.
got to go to get it just over. Probably going to do its job, though.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it did. I think to get by that yellow that's top 12, you would have had to miss the guard that they just threw. So I don't think it changed anything.
Probably,
The
eh?
only thing it took away was like a hit weight pick, which you probably wouldn't have played anyway. So it's definitely still there with some kind of draw or heavy draw.
I think we just got to make this draw.
Maybe almost too late to play a draw.
Yeah, I'd like to
You're
see
running
them
the
move
rocks.
that red, but
Move it 2 feet, you're sitting 2, and they can't hit anything. So
So I'll give you about 5 more feet.
you got a little more ice, which I think
Positive.
he needs. This is less than Vavrek just took for his guard. So, see how he throws it. Sounded like Carter might have been a hair tight because they jumped him on it early. So
more than he took for his
see
guard.
what Brock. It's less than what
Line's
Vavrek
good.
took
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
guard. It's where his broom was
Easier.
initially, but Carter asked for
Hard line,
more in the
hard line.
top.
Hard line.
Got to go hard here. It looks
Hard line.
light.
It's light.
Hard, guys. Yep. Gotta go.
Mine's
Hard.
not bad if they can go.
Hard, 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 hard.
No, it's not there.
Okay.
It's exactly the same as his first one.
Heavier out there, hey? And it's light. Oh, it's just the same thing, I think. Hey, he's
Yeah, I don't
Running
think
out of
Igar's
options.
coming in yet.
Yeah.
mixture.
Okay.
It's the kind of ice you just can't take too much. Like you know it's going to finish.
Yeah.
You're really just trying to guard that path.
As long as you get on that side of the ice. Left of the red that we're, right of the red as we're looking at it on the TV.
Yeah, halfway.
Well, big shout out to our production crew over there. And I see
Yeah,
the
wait,
boss
wait.
is in. Kirk Bruno has showed up. He's just sitting over there, belting out orders to the crew, I'm sure. Thanks for showing up, bud.
Okay, little early. Hard early. Hard early.
Hard early he must have been a little bit tight too.
Yeah,
Trying to get to keep the
Over
line,
and off.
hold the line for a
Over and
while.
off. If you get a little rub, it's good.
over and off. It's gonna be okay.
Stop. Stop.
Carter's begging for it to stop.
Made it a little harder, but
Yeah, it's not there now.
Onto the top yellow. Just
It did its job finally.
Yeah, I think so.
I think, eh?
that it hits into the red that's frozen the other yellow and hope there's enough drag to bring the back yellow towards shot rock. Almost unmissable, wouldn't you say?
I'd like to see him hit it where he wants to see if it goes. That's for
If it
sure.
even works. He's hoping that that yellow lineup creates enough drag
Yeah.
on the red-yellow combination to bring the yellow straight down the sheet instead of the angle that it's set up on.
Here we go. You've seen it here. This could be on TSN Highlight of the Night right here, guys. Pay attention. Get a good shot here, Bruno.
Oh, missed it. Hit it too thin.
I guess we'll never know.
Probably not, unless he has to play it again with his next one.
Well, like how is he scoring right now?
Well, I don't think he has the double.
Because like
All the
now
same.
the drag is wrong.
Yeah, I know. That's what. Yeah, he might have the double, but I don't think it's there. So this is his only shot for 2, right? So we got to take that away.
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can still make that for 2. Yeah.
Might have this way. I don't know if we can
Definitely
throw
is
it
easier
way
shot
out
for
there.
him.
You
Might
guys
be
like
too
just
flat.
starting this?
I think it's
Like-
no-brainer.
This is his only shot, I think.
Yeah, but this is.
And he's under ice 2 or 3 of these guards, so I'm still not sure it's right what he wants. But you want to hook it a little bit behind that high red, so otherwise you just make it. Right now I don't know. I'm not sure Charlie could score if he doesn't throw. So if you hang this out there, a tight guard wide open, you might just leave him a simple run to pick that one off the forefoot to score. So you don't want to make it easier for him, that's for sure.
No, just block the come around.
But you got to block it with, you got to hook it a bit, right? So he doesn't have the run. So.
Felt like a little less.
Okay, line's
Looked
good.
good out there this time. Got out there.
And they said a hair less weight, so.
A little wider. Should be a little slower out here.
Line's good.
Yeah, I see that. Over and off, please.
That's awfully nice of him.
Over and
Using
off.
his manners.
Please, said please. Don't hear that very often. It's tough. Looks like
No.
the in turn, which is probably a little bit better. The out turn would take that much more spin. It would probably spin down the sheet.
Miracle roll.
His miracle roll, he just called
That
it.
draw seems to be impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got to be careful here because the sweepers have to stay on the yellow to sweep it over. So Brock can't sweep this rock with the new rules. Sometimes you'll see the skip being ready to sweep the roll here.
Threw it good, but dead nose.
Yep.
Well, so far, it's a little bit of a runaway here, Mick. We got some updates around the sheets.
Not much going on. Looks like O'Connor got forced in 5, so Botcher's up 3 with playing 6. And we know our sheet is 6 zip.
Mick, do you need some help, or like, did you bring your glasses, or?
No, like people standing in front of the scoreboard. I can't
okay.
see what's going on. Oh, these
Okay.
tall
Line's
guys.
good. Go, Dalen.
Well, everybody's tall to me. For
Line's
God's
good.
sakes. Wow, you can see the one right
I
next
wasn't
to
gonna
us,
bring that up,
5'2".
but yeah.
Wow. Doing a
Line's
great
good.
job
I
on
just
those.
said that. Botcher's up 3 with.
Clean
I
it.
said
Looks
that.
good. Put it in the pin.
Okay, well, let's go to
It
the
looked
cheat
like-
sheet
It
here.
looked like Hardy. I think he got a couple here in 4.
Yep, Hardy got 2 in.
He made a really nice little come around taps. I think he got 2 in the 4th end there.
So it looks like the score is 2-1 for Hardy.
14-4.
And yeah, it looks like over on sheet 5, Cooey's up 5-1 on Hodgson. Still 2-2 over. Oh, it's now 2-2 over on sheet 6. We had a steal in 3. Tie that game up. And I can never see sheet 4 from this position because they're always behind the pillars. So who knows? Looks like 3-2 for Appleman over Kennedy on sheet 4. Thanks for the updates, guys.
Okay.
Mick, you did a good job on that. You gave us sheet 1. Okay.
He gave me 1 and 2 actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're back 4. Yeah, back early.
Well, here we go. They're just going to bury some in, put some in the middle of the ice again.
Heavy.
Make it
Yeah,
difficult for Thomas to score.
Tap it into the back end.
Hey, it's the only way to play defense. Unfortunately, when you're ahead, you want no rocks in play. But really, the only way to play defense is try and own that center. But it's high risk. You have to be precise. I mean, up 6-0. It's not really, to the point where it doesn't have to be super precise. But that one doesn't help him. That's for sure.
No.
But Charlie again is going to try and throw a couple of guards and see if he can make something happen. 3s and 4s aren't out of the question.
So tell our viewers, sometimes you see 2 guards on the same side, and sometimes you see 2 corner guards on the opposite side. What would be the difference there, Mick?
Well, a couple things. A lot of guys you'll see it on tour, they'll throw them on the same side. You always have that way. You always have a path to the 4-foot because the guards are on the same side. Like, look at the setup right now that Charlie's just got. With the finish on this ice, if he had to draw the 4-foot against something that was buried, he'd have trouble. Both those yellows would be kind of in his way. He's to the point where it doesn't really matter. He's going to go for multiples anyways. The last thing he wants is a draw for 1. But by putting them on the same side, you have to have way more precision because the rocks have to be far apart. Otherwise, these guys make double peels all day long. So you need to put one like 2 feet short and 2 feet over the hog line, so they're about 8 or 10 feet apart. And that requires a lot of precision. There's a lot more doubles happening. So, and I personally don't love it. What you end up doing is, if you do get behind that double corner, eventually they're running back that rock that was 2 feet short. If you think the other guy's going to peel, so. I'm not convinced that one's better than the other myself. I think that you leave less double peels available to the guy who's trying to clean things up when you put them on opposite sides like here. Like Matt has done a great job of putting those 2 rocks. They're dead even. They're 8 feet apart. There's no double peel, so he's done his job. Now Charlie's going to try and build the pockets. Now these are all building blocks now. This is not ideal situation for red. When you're trying to do that defense in the middle, you should have something top 4, something top 12, and a guard all in the center line. So this is all. You're going to find Dalen's going to have to navigate some stuff here. He put rocks in play that are actually helping Charlie. So he's going to have to make some good picks or blasts or something here to avoid a multiple, because these are every rock in the sheet right now is helping Charlie.
Yes, for weight. Hard. Come on, Maddie. Gotta go. Weight's good. Okay,
So it overcurled a little bit. Beautiful weight, but pretty easy to kill that yellow. If that had stayed 6 inches straighter, you couldn't kill it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what those are, we gotta peel the guards.
Yep, up 6-0 now. They're definitely going to be ripping guards here for a bit. again that we've got 2 rocks in the 4-foot that Thomas is going to have to deal with at some point and probably set up a double. So
Yeah, sooner or later he's going to have to group his stones by playing the stuff in the middle. You'll probably see him try to get behind that other corner guard. And probably Vavrek peels, and then he'll have like second and third or third and fourth or something in the rings, and he'll try and maneuver that stuff in the middle.
So maybe explain to the viewers why they're playing this turn for the peel instead of the other turn.
You mean the side of the rock or this turn?
This turn for the peel.
Well, I like it. The rock spins off it better. You can never play the high side of this when you run it into stuff in the middle, obviously.
Yeah.
But here, by playing that turn, you hit it into the boards, and your rock rolls clear.
Yep. Yeah, if they played the other turn on that side, you're right. The key to that was that you'd probably run it into the ones in the house if you hit a little thick, and that's not what you want. You're focused on strictly just peeling that rock right now.
It's hard to kill without killing a red. You'll probably see Vavrek will peel the corner guard. Now you've got 2 yellows in the rings and you're throwing, so you kind of have a chance to build a multiple. Vavrek has to make 2 doubles somewhere along the way.
Hey, you're on this guard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you kidding me? What the hell? Hey, grab him or something?
That one JD's over curl. That one was just light, I think. That one never would have made the rings.
You can make it thin, right?
Yeah, JD's just having a little bit of a struggle today.
A lot of over curls.
He'll fix that before the next game, that's for sure.
Rocks real close, maybe thin half.
I'm sure all your family's watching Mick. We're probably up to 6 viewers now. So your boys, you're still curling with your boys in Airdrie?
You bet. Yeah.
Joel and Mark are turning into great curlers. We're going to see them playing in this next year, or what?
They might not be quite ready for that, but we're going to go to the Banff men's.
Nice.
So you got a chance for the double peel here. You want to peel it across the top. Oh, it didn't quite make it. You didn't want to just hammer it into the low side, then the yellow spilling right towards that pack. So tried to peel it across the top and hit it just a hair thin, just rubbed it. So Brock will try to get behind again, and then make this. This is his last chance to still set up a 3-ender. You got 4 left. So he makes this one. They peel the guard. He'll always be able to kill 1. See what he does. I hope he makes it. It's kind of fun to watch them build an end. But you got to make your shots. They have to make 8 in a row.
Off the room. Good. Room. Line's good.
See if it gets out there.
I think it's going to be fine.
This looks like a
Just
little
come by the
better weight
guard by
than
about-
JD's for sure.
Here's a berry. I think it'll overberry.
Wow.
Who makes the ice here? Man, it's good.
Oh, wow, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, I can actually see probably a thin half of that from the hack.
And missed it by about a foot.
Yeah, right above a foot. So Dalen seems it's some sort of a double. Peel weight double.
This one. If it goes, yeah.
Wonder how flat that is.
I think I like this. There. Even if we rolled it here too.
Just having a look here, and
Carter's going to come down and have a look and see how flat that double is.
oh, there you go.
No,
You
you're
can
never
see
going
from
over
the
the
screen.
top,
It's
and you're always
potentially
going this
makeable.
It's there
That's
for
worth a
sure.
shot.
Yeah.
Even if you hit that yellow like
Anything on
3
this side,
quarters,
good.
and you kill the
Here,
yellow and the red and the
not
4-foot and roll over
If
there and
they
sit
wanna
3,
leave
it's
another
pretty
chance
good.
to come
But
around the corner. Yeah,
Great
that's
job
good.
by our production crew there.
That's
The
it.
fans are looking for the shot to see,
Peel.
and boom, just
there
like that
you
it
go, just
happens.
like that.
In turn, I think. Sure. Yeah, in turn.
Evan's at home watching his teammates playing it. He said he's going to show up Saturday, so
Okay, thick half.
thanks for the. said you're doing a hell of a job, Mick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as long as we're on Brad's side.
There you go.
So I think he's probably supposed to be working, but whatever. No, it's scored to 6 now.
So Carter's going to try a peel weight double here. Hit about 2/3 of that rock, 3/4. Even if he just kills this situation in the middle and rolls and sits 3rd, he'll be pretty happy.
Real
Really
close.
close, I think.
Really close.
Beautiful shot.
Wow.
About as good as you could hit that.
Perfect.
I'll throw it 100 feet harder. but it's pretty good.
It's sliver thinner maybe. Would have had a pretty good though. It's definitely sitting 3, and it's hard
That's
to bring
pretty
that
good.
one in the 12-foot into play now.
Yeah, he's going to have to play around this corner guard, I think. Tap it just
Back
enough
line.
to sit, to
Okay.
move it back for 5th shot,
Give you
then hope for a
8
miss.
feet more, 6 feet
Hope somebody rubs a guard or something.
Oh, Evan said he's doing report cards.
Teacher's work is never done.
I know. That's a thankless job, that's for sure. Appreciate all they do, though. And you know what? Parents are probably appreciating it more now after last year and have to do it at home themselves. So
This isn't close.
no.
Rock won't be happy with that one. Opened up that lonely yellow and
Yeah, I
didn't make
mean-
the shot. So
I know my first thought was to, like, this is pretty good too. Like, that's always.
it's already in the rings, but it's only 4th shot.
Yeah.
So by guarding shot rock, that helps to neutralize that corner guard.
Well, and you're getting late in the end here, so you might as well put the pedal back
Yeah,
down
he's
and
only got 2 left. So.
be aggressive
like,
here.
no kind of thing. Yeah. Got to make sure we get to the center line too, so make sure we got to finish it.
It's good conversation there. I love the communication by these teams.
Yeah,
Big difference
You
when
got
you
to
get
all
up to
know.
this level.
Everybody has to know where you want this rock and exactly where you want it, not just kind of.
Yeah, it's team shots for sure. I think that
Little
forget
late.
about that at the club
It-
level.
it-
It's
I
not
didn't
just the
hate it.
thrower. You
Okay.
got to sweep it to the right spot and
Yeah, that's why.
Gotta hold it
that's why-
communicate the weight.
You gotta hold it out there.
So I
Over
try and
curling.
teach
Don't have a
the
curl.
kids that I play with, or that I'm coaching, I mean, is
To stop.
every shot's a team shot. It's line call, it's
Sit,
weight
sit,
call,
sit.
it's weight
Sit.
judging, it's the thrower,
Sit.
it's everybody. Every shot's a team shot. One guy's throwing
Right.
it, but the other 3 all have a job to do. So
To get a roll of it.
didn't quite get
Yeah.
out to that one.
It's a big thing I try and tell recreational curlers. They got to learn to call weight. It's important for the guy
Of course.
skip.
Yeah, you can't
you
call
know.
line if you don't know how fast the rock's going.
Yeah, so you got to practice that. Even if you're
Huge.
wrong, keep practicing. You'll definitely get better at it.
It's a huge thing, especially on a swingy ice. The difference between back line and hack and boards for where it's crossing, the tee line is a couple of feet. So if you get that weight call wrong, then the guy in the house has no chance to call line.
Yeah.
It's a little interesting on Botcher's sheet there. He's looking at 3 and playing a short run back. So he has hammer.
Changed.
Though. He has hammer though. So.
Yeah, I guess he'll be all right. Probably just going to open it up so he can get his one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many teams manage the scoreboard better than Botcher, that's for sure.
No, his numbers are incredible for hammer conversion, things like that.
Hard. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Finish. Finish.
Charlie's got a beauty here. Beautiful
Yes,
shot.
that.
Perfect weight.
Great.
Dead buried. And he still thinks he can get to the nose and kill it.
Hack weight.
I don't know. This is a tough shot. It could easily jam.
Jam might still roll under the corner and stay shot.
close.
It's a lot easier to play this shot when you're up 6.
Take some of the pressure out of it.
Yep.
Yep. Close. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Don't think
Okay,
so.
whoa. It's fine.
There you go. Made one shot, and they're going to get a deuce.
There you go.
Skips deuce.
Is he going to try it?
You can't see enough. You can't see enough past that guard to hit it thin enough. You need to see about another inch or two of that rock.
Now this would definitely be a TSN shot of the game for sure. If you
Yeah,
make
this would be a highlight reel, this one. From this angle, I'm not even sure it's there, frankly. This changes the angle. I'm hitting back into it. Changes the angle on that stuff. This will have some pace on it, too.
Yep. Hard, Matt.
A little over.
So that'd make the final 6-1 for Vavrek over Thomas. And also a final on sheet 1 was 7-2 after 6 ends of play as well. Another update around the board. Sheet 3, we've got 3-2.
Yeah, Hardy's down one with. Just made a beautiful little hackaway tap here. So Johnson's going to hit this and force him, it looks like.
Looks like it was going to make him, yeah, definitely.
And Kuya gave up a deuce over there, so it's a little interesting. He's up 2 with playing 5. And we're still tied on sheet 6. King has hammer.
There you go. And again on sheet 4, we can't see the scoreboard.
The pillar and a bunch of big, tall guys stand in the way.
Pillars are the death of me, so. But,
Cameraman trying to get a shot for us over there. There's one of those other sheets.
there you go. Stupid pillars. They're the death of me, those pillars. Hate them. Well, just wanted to throw out there that the Okotoks Curling Club, High River, and Black Diamond have teamed up to run a 50-50 this month, Mick.
Nice.
So they can go on to the Okotoks Curling Club and buy a 50-50 ticket. We're going to be drawn on November 30th.
How much money are they going to win?
Well, I'll let you know when they get. Thank you for joining the game here. That was a very entertaining game. Lots of discussion, and your expertise was definitely welcome. Big thanks to our production crew here, the Gruno family, and of course Deadeye Deb McLaren. And maybe we'll get you back over for another one this weekend in between your coaching duties, Mick. And
yeah, I'm around, so we'll see what happens. But no, I enjoyed it. Ice looks great. Teams look great. So it was obviously a one-shot game. It came down to that Charlie leaving himself that really tough shot to that hole. So the team's a bit heavy. It hung straight on. It's a 4 steal. So instead of scoring 1, give 4. So it's a one-shot game. And then it was really tough to come back because Vavrek's team just got every end set up their way. So.
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Our next feature game is at 8 p.m. It's Team Libis, your team against Team Jakes on sheet 2 here, Mick.
Another rematch. That's the third time we played them this year.
We're looking forward to that game. Hope everybody gets a chance to tune back in. But thanks, everybody. We'll see you later tonight.
Good. Thanks, Mike.